Are you ready to deck out your planner for Halloween? Well, then follow along with me as I go through and make my planner scary. And at the end, I have this cute little bonus folder that you can make for your planner for Halloween. Halloween is so fun and I love everything about it. I'm more of the costume dressing up than I am the scary, creepy, gross. But when it comes to my planner, instead of going cutesy and fun, I can go creepy and scary and not creep out my children. But they are getting older, so they don't get scared as much. And it's my planner, so they're not going to look at it anyway. So I wanted to put some numbers on. This is the weekly spread. I wanted to put numbers on every day, but for actual Halloween day, I wanted something a little special. So I went with orange for everything else, and then I put that pumpkin down for the 31st. And then when I went to put these strips to sort of separate the days, the first time I cut them a little bit crooked, but then I thought it looked really, really neat. I really liked the way it looked, so I went ahead and cut the rest of the strips crooked on purpose, and I really liked the way it turned out. For Halloween itself, I went with the orange plaid, but I used the black text for the rest of the days. Again, using a different color will set that day apart and make it special, make it stand out in the whole week. So let me know in the comments below if you do something on a weekly spread or monthly spread to make a certain day stand out amongst the rest. I wasn't happy with what I had already put down for the Halloween, so I changed it up. I added this big 31 on the other side and added more bats. I love bats, like I really, really love bats. I'm a biologist. I studied biology in school, and so I really, I don't know, I find them really interesting. So there's a lot of bats. There's so much to choose from in these stickers, and I love this banner. Like, even in a creepy black and orange Halloween pack, there's still a really cute, adorable banner. Perfect, perfect. I'm continuing to decorate Halloween day just so that I can make sure it stands out. I'm going to do that first, make it really great, and then the rest I'm going to decorate, but not quite as much. I'm going to tone it down compared to Halloween day, same as before with the different number and the different washi, just so that it stands out amongst the rest of the week. And I love, love, love these black phrases. They're just really fun. I love how they stand out. It's really different than the white or the cream ones that are in the other collections. Continuing on now into other days, I'm using squares, and you can use these squares. You don't have to keep them for the monthly spreads. You can use them wherever you want, like I did with the 31 as well. They add a fun base to start layering and adding fun stuff on top. I also like to put banners and things along the top of my page. I'll use the ones like the one on the left that's pre-made, but then I'll put a line of different flag and circle and triangle stickers, and I like having them sort of go off the edge of the page, and I'll trim them, or I'll use half circles and things like that. It's really fun. So now I'm adding a few layers to that orange square on the bottom. See, I told you it's a great base, because if you start layering things sort of in a white area, it can be a bit overwhelming. But if you have a base, it makes it a lot easier for you to start adding layers and clusters and things like that, especially if you're intimidated or you're not quite sure what to do with a layer. A base like that is a good start. A variety in color, shape, size is a great way to make sure that your clusters and layers look great. And I do have a video on that, so I'll send you to that here in the top right hand corner of your screen. So this one's all finished. Now I'm going to make a few bat clips. There goes the bats again. I told you I love bats. Using hot glue and some paper clips, and I'm putting them in the planner as if they're flying. I'm adding those witch legs, which are from Paper House Productions. I'll leave a link below in the description where you can find those witch legs and all the other products from Simple Stories as well. And now we're going to start onto the daily spread. I'm framing in the spread with this black washi on either side. I love the dark black for this spread, and it really just gives a nice frame to the edges. And then I'm rounding the corners to match the paper. I really do love a rounded corner anyway, so even if the paper wasn't rounded, I might just round all the pages, and I have actually done that, rounded all the pages of a book that I bought, but mostly it's the ones I make myself. Alright, and then I started going into deciding which die cuts I wanted and which ones I didn't, sort of narrowing them down. I'm not going to use all of these, but at least I have a smaller selection, so it makes it easier when it's time to create. I really love that haunted house and the October 31. I wanted to have the date at the top, but then I noticed that the 31 of the washi was at the top of the page. So I cut off 31 of that little October 31st ticket and used just the October and the 31 from the washi. I really like the way it turned out. And then I added another bat, and then I turned the clips around so I could see them because I was just looking at the backs of them as I was creating this page. Don't worry, you have not seen the end of the bats just yet. Yes, there will be more. Once I had a base at the top for that little cluster, the one with the Halloween banner, then I started at the one on the bottom right, and I put the Boo Crew, that circle die cut, off the edge of the page and trimmed it so it sort of sits better and it looks like it actually belongs there. Otherwise it could look like it was floating. Did you notice that I added the other bit that I cut off to the left hand side just under that paper clip, and I made it look like it's coming out from underneath the washi? And of course, I added a few more bats flying up the page. Next up, I'm adding other little pieces, bits and bobs, to the clusters at the top and then again at the bottom to make the layers and clusters more complete, more interesting, and a little bit more fun, a little bit more scary maybe. I don't know about that, but they're awful cute. I used a little bit of liquid glue on the smaller embellishments because it's easier to stick them down than with the big tape runner. And of course, we can't forget to stick down the bats because then they'd fall off the page. Is it wrong that I love these bats so much? They're so fun. So fun. And again, with the black phrases, I really like how they stand out on the page with the orange. Of course, very Halloween. They're pretty awesome. There are some generic fall phrases, but most of them are Halloween, which is too bad because I would really like to use them more than just on Halloween week. So finishing touches here, lots of little tiny things to sort of give a more polished look to the spread. And another bat. Are you surprised? I'm not. Last sticker or two, and this spread is done. This was with the Simply Vintage Halloween from Simple Stories and Carpe Diem. I will link that all below, but now we're going to move on to the bonus folder, and that's with the Happy Halloween collection. And this is fun, cute, more kid trick-or-treating oriented. These little folders are super simple to make, and they're really versatile because they add a lot of extra storage to your planner. So what I did was I marked the height of the insert and then I folded up the extra, and that's what's going to make the pocket. And then I fold it in at the width of what the other inserts were. I eyeball things. I'm too lazy to measure. And of course, I have to round the corners. So I round all the corners, and I'm just putting adhesive on the outside edges because the inner bit of the pockets will be held in by the elastic, and so there's no real reason to add adhesive there. You can if you don't want things sliding around, but I usually just go with the elastic. The top of the pocket gets trimmed with that black washi. I think I'm obsessed with that almost as much as I am with the bats. I'm adding a cute little witch, and oh wow, a bat. And what I'm doing is, because they're outlined in white, and I kind of want the people to look like they're sitting on the pocket, I put the white below the pocket so that their actual feet are on the top. A few more stickers and the inside is done. One sticker on the back and the back is done. And then we're going on to the front. I love these fun colors with the black and orange, this turquoise and the purple. So I'm going to take a couple of these cards and I want to layer them up. It'll add a bit of depth and interest, and that way I can use more of these cute cards because Halloween only comes around once a year, right? Right. Okay, so I tried the plaid, didn't really work, so I went with the turquoise. I really like how it popped. The purple, tried the purple, but it was too much with the one already being purple, but I really, really liked the turquoise. Then I had to change the back sticker because it was the same as the front. And surprise, surprise, I'm adding another bat. Did I mention that I love bats? I'm not sure. Yeah, I love bats. So it's the same card just on the second sheet. I'm putting that on the back. I'm adding in the October 31 again, the same thing. But because it's the bat that's the central focal point, it doesn't seem as repetitive. Then I'm using that black washi again as the binding to the folder, which makes it look really cool. And I'm just going to add a few little stickers, some finishing touches to complete the cover. There may be a bat coming too. If you like this video, I have a full tutorial on how to make a folder like this. There's the bat. I'll leave that up on the right hand corner. Don't forget to subscribe if you like this. There's lots of Christmas supplies and planning coming soon, so you don't want to miss that. So you may want to hit the little notification bell. Have a fantastic day and happy planning.